All right, we're a year away from the midterms, so why would you be paying attention now? Well, God forbid you care about your community, right? I mean, if you're going to vote in anything, the more local the elections, the more they're going to affect your life, if you think about it. So that's one reason, all right, just practicality. But in terms of political science and prognostication, just to keep it alliterative with all the P's, this set of elections is our first smell test on how strong the administration is. Okay, because you're going to have people across the country casting ballots in some key elections, but I believe just the overall experience is a signal of President Donald Trump's presidency. So let's ask a smarter, better political mind, founder of the Forward Party, Andrew Yang. Now, they have been endorsing candidates and monitoring the situation, so I want to talk to him about that, and I want to talk to him about this side hustle he's got to deal with social media and reward people for using it differently. Okay? Andrew, it's good to see you, brother. It's been too long.
Yes. Thanks for having me back, Chris.
So how do you size it up? What matters to you at the Forward Party?
Like you said, there are local races that are not just a bellwether for what's happening nationwide, but are going to make a huge difference for the people in that community. And we just endorsed a guy named Pat Dugan, who's running for DA in Philadelphia, military vet, former paratrooper, who's running against a liberal DA that frankly has let crime get a little bit out of control in Philly. I think people are accustomed to what's happening when you have a DA that's somewhat ideological, whereas Pat Dugan's a pragmatic military veteran who's been a judge for 17 years. And that's going to be a difference maker for the folks in Philly. So there are races like that around the country that Forward is trying to help with, and hopefully we can make a difference.
So, yes, my brother is running for mayor. Yes, he is up against a candidate who is a Democrat, but I also believe is in front of a movement. And do you think that it doesn't matter that the guy is Muslim and or not, but his personal politics aside, do you believe that the reaction formation to MAGA, that what we may see in the midterms that the administration should worry about most is the democratic socialist movement? Do you believe that that is MAGA's equal opposite?
You're already seeing Republicans promote Zohran Mamdani as one of the future faces of the Democratic Party because it's good for them to draw a contrast. I actually think they'd be chomping at the bit if Zohran becomes the next mayor, which right now he's on track to become, if you believe the polls, because he's the kind of face that they could use to fuel polarization. In my view, they might be cheerleading for Zohran in a way that some might not expect.
Yeah, but the democratic socialists, let's separate the globalize the intifada. No disrespect to anybody. I know it's an ugly phrase. I would never let anybody use it on my show without slapping them around. But I'm saying just the domestic policy pieces that Democrats across the country, Bernie and AOC, are coming to help this guy, not because they like a guy who has subtle Islamist tendencies. It's because of tax the rich, socialistic policies. Let's start redistributing income differently in this country. It's very attractive to a lot of people all across the country who have legitimate grievance. Do you think that that's something to watch?
100%. There are a lot of folks who are trying to embrace an affordability message, and I do think that's why Zohran won the Democratic primary. I think prices are a daily concern for most Americans. You just heard from one who's an air traffic controller, and folks aren't convinced that the Democratic Party's moderate wing really wants to tackle these affordability issues, and so they're turning to an alternative. Now, whether that's the right approach, I mean, when I ran, I like to think that we can solve some of these affordability issues in a way that's not terribly polarizing or controversial.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.